So the top three books on my reading list would be, it's very difficult to come down with a list of three, but I think the ones that have left the biggest impressions on me over time were at number three, a book called A Human Being Died That Night, written by Phumla Gobodo-Madikizela, and it's really a story of her and her interactions with Eugene de Kock. So what that book does is that it really provides a personal narrative into someone that we all regard as a monster. And through the process of him interviewing her, then you sort of get to see the journey that she underwent as a person, just trying to unpack what evil is made up of. So that's the one book that I'd recommend. And then second on that list is a very awkward one, because the best writer in South Africa is actually the most racist human being that ever lived, and his name is James Coetzee. And his best piece of work so far is a book called Disgrace. And I think what Disgrace does differently is that it really tells a very explicit story of the post-apartheid setup in a way that still translates into the fundamental human interactions before and after apartheid. So I think anyone who reads Disgrace then gets to understand a very different perspective of what really we have as a society that we've inherited since 1994 and what goes on beyond. And on top of the list, it's a book that I go back to regularly. It's a book that I first encountered when I was 16 years old, and it just left this massive impression on me. It really framed my thinking and the way I interact with society at large. It's a book called Nervous Conditions, written by a Zimbabwean author called Siti Dangaremga. And I'm hoping that a lot of schools still prescribe it, because I really do think that even the title itself, when it says the condition of native is a nervous condition, the more people tend to understand what that really means, then the better the African society that we might end up with will be in the long run.